Let's give you the quick update on what exactly the Chakka jam, which has been called today by the farmers, is looking like. Now, couple of things that you need to know. It started at 12, it will only go on till 3 p.m. And post that, we're expecting no more Chakka jams. Pictures currently on your screen from Haryana and Rajasthan border, where you see some left flags over there as well. And then there are other places in UP, in Punjab, these coming in from Punjab, in Mohali, where farmers are standing in, forming in a union, human change, ensuring that the highway is shut. Then next up is Bangalore as well, where Chakka jam has been seen, some farm leaders detained there as well. Also pictures coming in from Kashmir, we are told. Jammu and Kashmir, that's still where the farmers' protest has reached. They are also in a symbolic way sitting in and blocking the highway. In Pune, for example, look at those visuals. Men and women join in and they are all standing now, in fact, sitting in on the road, blocking the highway in solidarity with the farmers. In Karnal, for example, the highway, in fact, let's breathe those visuals a little to tell you what exactly are the slogans from the farmers today looking like. Also in Ludhiana, women came out in strong numbers, marching in support of the farmers, asking for a rollback on those 3 farm bills as well. So across the country, really, from the north to the south, we've seen Chakka jams happening. And remember, the significant thing over here is that none of the roads inside cities are being blocked. Look at this as well at Kurukshetra. This is actually very fascinating because you see the farmers making way for the ambulance over here. They have said this earlier that they will only be blocking the state highways and the national highways, and any essential service or emergency service vehicles or anybody in need will be allowed to pass through. And this is what we are seeing, an example of that came up in Kurukshetra. All right, we have Ghazali joining us now live, Akshay as well. Ghazali and Akshay, let me begin with Ghazali over there. We've seen lots of protests in the past as well. Today becomes very important because after the violence that was unfolded by a section of the protesting farmers on 26 January, today is a day when the message that seems to be coming from the farmers is that peaceful protests can happen. And that farmers at large, majority of them want peaceful protests and peaceful resolution to these bills at the moment. What are you gathering?
See, certainly after January 26, what we were hearing is that the mood was down among the farmers, and for every agitation like this, where you have to hold a sit-in protest for indefinite time, the organizers have to give certain tasks to these protesters, else they will leave the protest site out of boredom. So till 26 January, if you see that how this protest has panned out in the last 2 months, after every few days, the organizers or the farm union leaders used to give out some tasks that how to keep these protesters engaged. So you had peaceful protest march, you had a day-long fast on multiple occasions, and then on January 26, when the violence erupted in New Delhi, in the national capital, everybody thought that this protest will not go or will not proceed further. But after that, this is the first such protest that again farmers have come out on the street on one single call from Delhi, where the farm union leaders are sitting. But this time, one unique thing, the farmers have to be aggressive, have to show that they are doing peaceful protests, but ensure that there is no vandalism, there is no violence, and there is no confrontation with the security forces, either the police or any other forces, or even ensuring that supply of essential items like movement of ambulances. We have seen at multiple locations in Haryana on highways that they have allowed the movement of the ambulances or anybody who is engaged in essential services. So this is what we have been hearing since morning, that on the entire national highway stretch in from from Ambala till New Delhi or from Ambala towards Pathankot in Punjab, people have gathered on highways. They are still protesting, and large number of women protesters are also coming in from Punjab, though many of them are still sitting near Singhu and Tikri border. So the involvement, as the government maintained first that it was limited only to one state of Punjab, then they started saying, okay, Haryana is also involved. But now people from different sections of society are also sort of contributing in this protest, because the farm union leaders or those who are engaged in this protest are also campaigning and trying to make people understand that these laws will not only affect farmers but farm laborers and every other stakeholder who is involved in this agricultural economy in these two states, but in particular.